So this is my first 9 to 5 job in London. But first, let me get you up to speed. I finished university last summer, and since then I've had an internship for 6 months, but now I'm ready to take the jump into the 9 to 5 life. After writing tons of CVs and cover letters, interviews, rejections, and hundreds of applications later, I finally got an offer as an associate at a tech scaler. I wake up at 6 AM and get ready, which by the way is not something I'm used to.
I don't normally get up at this time, but let's get to work.
I then head to the train station, get on the tube, which takes around 40 minutes to get to work, get into the office, and by this point I'm usually starving. So to get the calories in, I have a bowl of my current favourite cereal, Kellogg's Special K. Since I work in tech, I spend nearly all day working at a desk and behind screens. This is something I'm getting used to because usually I'm very active as I love the gym. For lunch I usually have it indoors, but on this particular day in London we were blessed with some rare sunshine, so went to the local park with my friend to have lunch. Then I have a few meetings and I'm back to work behind the screens. After finishing work, I met up with my friend who I found out worked
2 minutes away, aren't we? Yeah, that's so crazy. I didn't realise that he literally worked on the next street from me. We're just exploring London because, to be honest, I don't really get the chance to explore London. But it's nice straight after work. The weather's nice today.
Yeah. And we randomly came across a festival.
This is the beauty of London. You can just turn up anywhere. The best thing about today, it was so spontaneous. I found out that Dil works 2 minutes from me. We meet him at lunchtime, sit on the blazing hot sun, on the grass, had lunch together. After work came, went to a few shops, got McDonald's, and now we're chilling here. We're literally at a random festival in London. It's too crazy. We made a motive out of a work day. To be honest, that is one good thing about living in London. Yeah. There's always stuff to do. Yeah, literally random things on at night. You don't get this anywhere else, really. Yeah, and that'll be cool, man. Maybe at FIFA. Actually, yeah, true. Probably. We're not on a work day like
Yeah.
Well.
Okay, we are here in a random festival on a Monday evening in the summer. I'm very new, obviously, to the 9 to 5 life. You've been working
since September last year.
Okay, so that's nearly a whole year, right?
Yeah, for 9 to 5 since September, yeah.
And how do you find it?
It's kind of mad, you really appreciate the time that you have. I really think back to university a lot. You appreciate the time when you had loads of freedom, because now it's really limited. And it kind of makes you do more on your weekends, do more in the summer, go on more trips away and stuff like that. So I miss it, but at least it's pushing you to do more and make more of your life.
Yeah. No, I understand.
And it's tiring. You get tired during the week, 'cause that's the one thing I'll say. You do get really tired. But at the same time you feel like it's nice earning money, you feel like you earned it, it's rewarding, and just making the most of it.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
You're kind of working towards something. It's you're obviously doing it for a reason, making money, whatever.
Yeah.
One thing I'd say is actually, how do you find just a transition from first never working a 9 to 5 before to suddenly you're working 40 hours a week, corporate, in London, wherever.
Yeah.
How does that feel and how do you transition?
At first I was really overwhelmed. There was a lot of pressure to just straight away just have all this structure to your day, and you have to do certain things by certain times. I know at school you kind of have that too, but it's more you have a few days to do stuff, whereas here you have time that you finish and you report to people, you have bosses and stuff who are paying you to do a job, so you have to do it. So there's a lot of pressure, and pressure to perform as well was quite high. But I think gradually you just kind of get used to it, and once you have I think you just got to structure the rest of your day as well, times you wake up, and if you go to the gym, it's good to go at a certain time and have dinner at a certain time, and then make time for social stuff, and once you do that it all falls into place.
What would you say is the best bits of working a 9 to 5?
Best bits.
Please say you got some. Yeah.
Okay, I would say first of all the structure of it, and having a routine. I just feel like it sets you up for the day. You can very easily on a weekend, and I'm sure we've all done it before, stay in bed till like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I've done that so many times, man.
And you end up wasting hours on like TikTok or whatever. And like there comes a point where like, yeah, it's nice to rest and have a lie-in, but you're literally just wasting your day and you don't want to get up. So to have that, you've already achieved a lot at the start of your day. So you're in that sort of routine. If you kind of stay up late during the weekends, it kind of throws off things a little bit. So you got to be careful of that. I don't know. I think it just teaches you discipline. It teaches you discipline and like getting stuff done. What about you? Like, how are you finding 9 to 5 work?
It's good. I mean, it is difficult because transitioning, I think, from not really working before to 40 hours a week, it's quite tolling on your body and just draining both mentally and like physically.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just you need to adapt, right?
Would you say you're happier now with your life than you were before 9 to 5?
I think having routine, like you mentioned, is a good thing. I like having routine, otherwise I just get a bit bored.
Yeah.
You know? But that comes to also a point, like I like doing other stuff as well. So it teaches you to balance.
Yeah. Like we just came back from Mexico, right?
Literally.
And we were just saying, I mean, of course we'd love to be back there. We'd love to have gone there, stayed there longer. But we were just saying, I think we appreciate it and enjoyed it more because we'd worked before and like it felt like a real break. We got to let go of all the stresses that we were feeling and all the worries. We got to let go of like, you know, getting up at a certain time, having to do certain things, like being strict with your diet and gym and stuff. You could just relax completely and just indulge, stay up late, do all the things that you don't do and enjoy it. And then we were talking to people as well and you're in a good mood. It just all was really nice. And I think how we just lounged around all day at home, it wouldn't have felt like much of a treat. Balance is the key thing.
And yeah, actually, no, that's true. I think balance is everywhere. Balance is such a key theme in life, I think.
Yeah.
But one thing else. Okay, so I asked you the good things. Now, what are some of the bad things of a night? Here we go. This is the.
It's not all bad. I just think, particularly in the UK as well, everyone just feels like, especially in London, everyone's like so busy. They're like walking down the street on their phone. Rush hour is like a thing because everyone finishes work at the same time.
Yeah.
Everyone sort of gets in at the same sort of time. Everyone just wants to get about their day and they're kind of not rude, but like there's all this like pointless small talk with people
for sure.
that no one cares about really.
On the tube in the mornings, it's like the worst. Honestly, when you've just gone off the tube, there's so many people around. It's like it kind of makes you feel claustrophobic. Yeah, low key.
I just find that I don't have that many positive interactions throughout a working day. With your team, you joke and whatever. Yeah. But just across the whole vibe. Now it's really chilled here, isn't it?
It's so chill. Like we're literally in the middle of a random festival.
We've all become so caught up in this routine. So routine is good, but don't let it control your life.
Yeah, no, that's a very good way to put it. Actually, it's like you're on autopilot.
Yeah.
You don't want that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I have a question for you, right? So, if you could change, so obviously you'd prefer to work your own hours, whatever hours you choose. How would you tweak your day? How would you change it, your hours? So you still have to work 40 hours a week. Would it be 9 to 5? Would you move it to like 10 to 6 or 11 to 8? How would you do it?
So I actually work 9 to 6. I would prefer to finish early, if I'm honest. I actually would prefer, just because I think I want my afternoons. And I want to be more of a morning person. I really do. But I'd just tweak it. It would be tough.
Yeah. I'd like to have the feeling of like when you finish work, you literally clock off. I feel like there's still stuff to do. Like you kind of, for example, selling clothes on Depop. We do that quite a bit, both of us. That takes up a lot of time. Gym takes up a lot of time. When my work hour finishes, I've just got to handle the other things and away from that. It's not like you've finished. So if I could, I would like kind of start work a little bit later in the day and really feel like at 8 o'clock I clock off like for the night. It's just my few hours I have to myself to just chill.
Getting a full-time job hasn't been easy. Whether you're graduating through the pandemic or you're navigating through the application stages, these times can be uncertain. I mean, it almost took me a year, but I honestly believe if you can persevere and continue to be better than you were yesterday, the opportunities will show. One thing I really like working in London is the vibes. the busy nature, people in suits rushing to work, the smell of coffee in the morning, it all gets me ticking for the day. And this part of my life, this big part, is called work.
Hey Dil.
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Nobody.
Nobody who? Nobody who? Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.